Fox Sage, a concept commonly explored in fanfic and what if alike, in all forms of media of course. Foxes are one of the stronger spirits or yokai within Japanese folklore. So what if Naruto had not only met a species of fox capable of ninjutsu, but had pioneered a form of sage mode, or gathering of nature energy, that is most proficiently used by these foxes and himself. What if Naruto had a fox sage mode and had developed it while on Mount Nyoboku? What if Sasuke had the executioner's blade and had honed his skill? Well, that's what we're going to be going over today. And what if Naruto had a fox sage mode, part 7. I would like to take a quick minute to give a shout out to our members, and also moving past that, I would also like to say consider checking out our merch. In my opinion, both the hoodie, the shirt, and even the cap looks really dope. The link to that will be down in the description. Also, thanks to Streamlabs for hosting our merch, and if you want our merch / even create your own, the links to that will be in the description as I said. So without further ado, roll that intro. It would have been days past since we had last saw the Kitsune couple take a break. They had been slaving away trying to figure out the ins and outs of nature energy, but it won't come easy. After all, their wedding's coming up, so maybe it's time they prepare. About a week has passed since the initial arrangement, but Naruto and Kyu are ready nonetheless. They would have fox robe and would assume their human forms, at least for the remaining part of this excursion, or this marriage. They would officially be married under the name of the Summonings, and this marriage would also classify under the world of Shinobi, at least when presented to the Hokage. I really do apologize if I do slur my words. I am kind of out of it right now, but yeah. So when it comes down to it, we see that Naruto and Kyu had gotten married, and it's been a while since they had actually continued their training. Time had come for them to return to the Fox Village, but they would actually request them and all the other Foxkin staying here. Kyutan would ask why, and Naruto would explain this crazy idea of having a Fox Sage mode. He would obviously say it's preposterous, and he can't let the entire Foxkin stay here, at least not while their Fox Village is not protected. Naruto would give a valid argument on how it's more than possible, with Kyutan still not budging. He would make a deal with Naruto. He would give them the up and coming months until the Chunin exams to develop this Sage mode. And if they do successfully develop it, even if it's not complete, he would let them teach it to the rest of the Foxkin, and even have them help the Foxkin master this. If they can prove themselves within that Chunin exams, they need to not only achieve Fox Sage, but they need to become Chunin. This is Kyutan's only request, meaning Naruto and Kyu wouldn't have a choice but to accept. Obviously, not much time would progress past this point when the rest of the Foxkin would set back out for the leaf. Naruto and Kyu, on the other hand, would humbly request of the Toad Elders to let them stay, with the Toad Elders not even having a slight bit of a problem with it. Summoning should in fact learn a lot more, even though Naruto isn't exactly a summoning. At this point, Naruto would be revealed the entirety of his heritage by choice of the Toad Sage, the great sage of the Toads and its current leader, at least technically speaking. Even though the boss is Gamabunta, the leader from behind the scenes, or at least politically, is this sage. He has been said to be around since the time of the Sage's Six Paths, having become a sage himself, but obviously in another sense. He would be revealed of his father and even his father's master and all their journeys. You could say the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant, who is going to stop by pretty soon, or at least this is the information that the Toads give. They'd say that even though Sage Mode is pretty simple to learn, it is time consuming, and creating a Sage Mode is unheard of. Even the great Toad Sage had the ability to use this Sage Mode at least as long as he could remember. He doesn't actually remember someone having created it. He just knows that most Toads genetically inherit the ability to use nature energy. And teaching this to humans took some experimentation, but nothing abominable. So when he asked Jiraiya to eventually return without the knowledge of Naruto and QU, he would do so in hopes that Jiraiya could dissuade Minato's young, and maybe even teach him to be as great as his father, for he might be the child of destiny. Some time had obviously also passed at the Leaf, where Sasuke and Kakashi were currently slaving away at training. They had not even been in the main village. They were in a training ground slightly outside of it. Obviously, as I said, slaving away. No one has seen them and had actually gotten worried reporting this to the Hokage, but the Hokage had exactly known where they had been. They had been training. Not only Sasuke, but Kakashi as well. After the fight with Zabuza and having to have been saved, he had realized, no, he's not strong enough. So, his eye and him will progress. First of all, it took Naruto and QU for him to realize his jutsu wasn't perfect without the eye, and he had perfected it. Now, he will use the eye. He will improve it, hone it throughout these months. At the end of it, he will have a power beyond reach. And Sasuke, on the other hand, he had shown through, just like the prodigy he is. He had progressed his Sharingan to the second Tomo fully, and had even been able to successfully channel lightning chakra effortlessly, making not only the blade lighter, but making it move faster, hit harder, pierce quicker. He even learned how to attach it to his back with chakra, having some semblance of permanent or high level chakra control, having to be able to do it unconsciously, at least to a higher extent unconscious, unlike tree and water walking where it does take some form of concentration. So when it comes down to it, Sasuke is already progressing. All that needs work now is his speed. He was already one of the faster people in the Leaf, but Rock Lee, Neji, Naruto, and QU will all be his competitors. Kakashi, knowing that QU and Naruto were going on a sabbatical, knows that they're going to come back more powerful and more knowledgeable than when they left. So all they can do is prepare. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. I'm sorry this part was so short, but there really wasn't a lot to go over, and I didn't quite want to start the Chunin exams yet. After this part, there will be a slight time skip. I'm just pointing that out. And yeah, so in the next part, shit's gonna get really interesting. And yeah, these videos are edited by our boy Steak, and the intro and outro is created by the Dragon Lord. Their links will be in the description. So without further ado, and this has been your boy Six. Peace.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Subscribe for more.
Yada yada does it.